I'm in Glinda's palace by now. To tell the truth, Dorothy, this party is just for you and to remind us all of the old Oz days when—" "You were nothing but a humbug," snorted the Scarecrow, laughing so hard he had to lean against the door jamb. "Don't forget he gave you your famous brains, friend." The Tin Woodman spoke reprovingly, for Nick Chopper did not like anyone's feelings to be hurt, even in fun. "And don't forget he gave me my splendid heart." "And me my grade-A double-distilled instant-acting courage," purred the Cowardly Lion. Moving over to the fire, the big beast stretched himself luxuriously on the hearth-rug. "And don't forget our little Wiz was once supreme ruler of Oz," boomed the Soldier with Green Whiskers. Marching 3 times round the party table, the thin, immensely tall soldier brought up with a smart salute before their embarrassed little host. "3 cheers for the Wizard of Oz!" cried Jellia Jam. Seizing a silver bell with an emerald clapper, she rang it so hard the Cowardly Lion's mane blew straight back, and even the candles flickered. Thank you very much." The Wizard bowed and rubbed his ear, which still tingled from the cheers and bell ringing. "But where is Toto, Dorothy? I thought of course you'd bring your little dog." "Oh, Toto's with Ozma," explained Dorothy, drawn in spite of herself to the brightly decorated party table. "You know how he dotes on traveling, so Ozma took him along for company." "Ah, then of course he cannot be here," sighed the Wizard regretfully. "Now, Jellia, off with that cap and apron. Tonight you are my guest and not a maid-in-waiting to Ozma or anyone else. Besides, I've asked Phrygon to serve the supper. Dorothy, suppose you sit at the head. I'll sit at the foot, and the others may find their own places." "My place will always be next to little Dorothy," rumbled the Cowardly Lion, hoisting himself sleepily to the chair beside the little girl. "Mine will be next to the pickles. I love pickles," said the soldier, slipping into the seat next to the Lion, while Jellia, with a purposeful bounce, settled near a plate of green cookies. There was no doubt where the Tin Woodman and Scarecrow would sit, for at one plate the Wizard had put a silver box of metal polish and an emerald bottle containing purest oil. Then, instead of a chair, he had proffered a bale of freshly packed straw for the Scarecrow. Well, here we all are." Rubbing his hands briskly, the Wizard beamed on his guests as Phrygon, wearing his best suit of green and silver, bustled in with the first course. "And isn't it fun to be here?" Dorothy took a long, satisfying sip of her Ozade. "I'm awfully glad I came back to live in the Land of Oz. Aren't you, Wizard?" "A country where a body grows no older, where animals talk as easily as men, and where the practice of magic is not only possible but practical. A country like that has many advantages," admitted the Wizard, winking at the Cowardly Lion, who was drinking his fruit juice in a refined way from a huge green aquarium. "I myself never have regretted the years spent in this marvelous fairyland. Sometimes I hardly can believe I ever did live in Omaha or travel through the West with a circus." "I know," agreed Dorothy, nodding her head slowly. "Kansas, when I think of it, seems very far away. As much like a dream, I suppose, as Oz seems like a dream to boys and girls in Kansas who read Oz history." "Oh, why think of Kansas?" Jellia spoke scornfully. "In Kansas you were only an ordinary little girl, while here you are a princess and second in importance to our ruler, Ozma herself." "And in Kansas," observed the Scarecrow, as Dorothy rather self-consciously straightened her crown, "I'll bet you never had as much fun nor as many adventures as we have here." The Scarecrow, being well stuffed with straw, never indulged in any refreshments,